There is a secret the world rarely teaches you. People do not listen because you speak louder, because your words are clever, or because your argument is flawless. They listen when they feel seen, understood, and respected. They shut down when they feel judged, dismissed, or pressured. The truth is, influence is not a skill of speaking. It is a mastery of presence, a command of human connection, and a deep understanding of the subtle currents that flow through every mind, every heart, and every conversation. Consider Abraham Lincoln, a man often underestimated, mocked, and opposed by his contemporaries. He could have shouted louder, scolded more harshly, and demanded obedience. But he did not. He understood the invisible forces that move human behavior. He listened before he spoke. He asked questions before he argued. He appealed to pride without inflaming it and to reason without demeaning it. He understood that to be heard, you must first make others feel safe to listen. That is why his words carried weight that echoed through centuries. That is why his influence persists, not because of authority, but because of understanding. Most people make the mistake of believing that communication is about talking, about asserting, about proving. But real communication is about connection. It is about empathy so refined that you can sense what the other person fears, desires, and values before they even articulate it. Thomas Edison did not persuade the world with his inventions alone. He persuaded collaborators, investors, and skeptics by understanding their priorities and speaking to their hopes. Franklin Roosevelt did not inspire a fearful nation with rhetoric alone. He reached into hearts paralyzed by doubt and spoke to courage, hope, and possibility. People listen when they feel their own dignity is intact. They resist when it is threatened. You may be right. You may have the most brilliant solution. But if you approach with arrogance, if you attack, if you dismiss, you will meet a wall of resistance. Arguments rarely win minds. Connection does. Criticism, condemnation, and complaint awaken the fiercest defenses. Encouragement, empathy, and respect unlock the door to influence. Every time you speak, you are creating a bridge or a barrier. And the choice is yours. Confidence is the invisible engine behind influence. It is not the need to dominate, it is the calm certainty that you do not need to prove yourself to anyone. Confident people do not interrupt. They do not argue over trivial points. They speak with a measured voice, with precision, with authority grounded in self-mastery. People gravitate toward confidence because it signals stability, competence, and reliability. And in that gravitation lies influence, the quiet, irresistible power of being someone worth listening to. Even in everyday interactions, this truth holds. A disagreement with a colleague, a tense conversation with a friend, a negotiation with a client. These are arenas where influence is either won or lost. Those who understand the psychology of human behavior approach with patience and curiosity. They do not rush to correct. They do not rush to respond. They pause. They observe. They listen. They mirror the unspoken needs, the anxieties, the hopes of the other person. And only then do they speak, aligning their words with the hidden currents of the human mind. This is emotional intelligence's power. It is the art of seeing the unseen, hearing the unspoken, and understanding the invisible patterns that dictate how people respond. You can have facts, logic, and brilliance, yet fail if you ignore this subtle mastery. Influence is not a battle of intellect, it is a dance of understanding. It is the recognition that the mind obeys the heart first and justifies with reason later. Those who master this dance become magnetic. They draw people, they inspire trust, and they shape outcomes without conflict. Even the smallest interactions reveal this principle. The cashier at a store, the receptionist at your office, the coworker across the table. They respond differently when treated with respect versus when rushed or dismissed. Influence is cumulative. It grows from consistent, deliberate choices to connect rather than confront. Every conversation is an opportunity to practice mastery, to build rapport, and to leave a subtle mark that changes the way people perceive you. And this is not weakness. It is not manipulation. It is not submission. It is mastery, over yourself, over your impulses, over the invisible forces that shape human behavior. When you embody calm authority, when you listen with intent, when you align your words with the needs and fears of others, people do not just hear you, they want to. They lean in, they engage, they trust, and trust is the foundation upon which every lasting influence is built.